When you talk about childhood, yeah, we all remember how we grew up, the things we did when we were the clique we moved with. Yeah, there are some people that if you tell us today that we might not be in contact or in communication with those people by now, we wouldn't believe, because everything seemed to move so well. Our life, our livelihood and childhood and all those memories revolved around this set of people. But you understood that at some point in your life, those people just disappeared. Yeah, it's as if those connections and those bonds that used to exist, those mutual and common interests that we had, suddenly disappeared. No play times again, nothing. And we are busy doing so many things as an adult. And that is why today we are going to be talking about friendship in adulthood. Yes, why is it hard and how do we actually build and maintain it? So Emeka, what do you think about friendship in adulthood?
Building and maintaining friendship in adulthood can be challenging due to various kind of factors like busy schedules. It increases responsibilities and all of that. A lot of adults have different schedules that took away their time, that they have little or no time for socializing. And again, it increases responsibility based on they have family commitments and all of that to engage themselves in. Despite the fact that they have friends and peer groups to go out with, socialize with. So based on the family commitments and the work schedules, they find it difficult to involve themselves in socializing.
You are saying that it's not actually possible, or let me just put it this way.
All right.
Is it possible for someone, your friend, during your early stages of life, to still maintain that friendship and still remain that in communication and in contact with that same person when you mature into adulthood?
You spare little time for call, video chat and all of that. You make use of the media, social medias, to get in touch with your old friends. At least that could easily bring you guys close.
Okay, you talk about video chat and phone calls and all of that. But do you think it's possible to be in communication with someone as an adult without discussing anything, without having common interests, without maybe being in a business partnership with this person, or maybe having the same hobby or all of that? Maybe, let me just give you a clear picture of what I'm trying to say.
All right.
Maybe you have this friend that when you were young, what you guys did then was maybe you play football together, you hang out to play football, maybe after school. And then all of a sudden, when you grew up, maybe or towards maturity, you don't fancy football again. Okay. And both of you don't play football either. So what is that thing? And even in business world, you are into a different discipline, while he is also in completely different discipline. So if you want to keep this connection, how then, what do you discuss?
Maintaining friendship in adulthood, like I said before, you use social media, or you can still easily join social clubs for you to get in touch with them. Probably if you use social media and you luckily find any of them on social media, Facebook, Instagram and all of that, you discuss about your past, you discuss what they are into. With that little time you guys had during your course of discussion, then they can share out what they are doing at that moment. Probably it will be of interest to you to get in touch with them once in a while, despite your busy schedule.
Okay, you know why I'm picking personal interest in this topic is because it happens to me.
All right.
Yeah, I think someone met me, a friend of mine during childhood. He met me. I boarded a bus, and it happens that he boarded the same bus.
Okay.
So he was like, I forgot him. You understand that we don't used to ask of him, nobody checks up and all of those things, and which I didn't apologize, because I told him that I didn't forget you. All because right. If I forgot, that means you forgot me too. Because if I didn't check up, why didn't you check up as well?
All right,
and we tried to reconnect, we exchanged contact, and along the line, it was I think after a few days, there was nothing more to discuss.
All right.
Is that because we've exhausted all the options that we have? We exhausted the whole thing that we could talk about, because he can't keep up maybe with business conversations. I can't keep up with his own business conversation.
All right.
And then family-wise, he's married, and has kids, so I can't relate to that level. His schedules are not my own schedules. So is it possible? Is it possible? Because I want to clear myself now. Is it possible that I can be able to maintain this particular relationship with this person, or does friendship change in adulthood that you completely need to change that circle that you grew up with into maybe becoming friends with your business partners and the rest of them?
Okay, as we all know that we meet different kind of people.
Yeah.
Maybe business partner, maybe in our school or anywhere, or in our environment, working environment and all of that. Those people you grew up with, probably you might not get in touch with them again, or probably you just thought of them and try to look for their contact so that you get in touch with them to know their well-being and all of that. But why friendship in adulthood is quite difficult, on the other hand, is because of the, as you mentioned, you are busy with, you have a lot of busy schedule. You know, we all have different priorities. As we age, we tend to commit our interest in our families and our personal interest in our career and all of that.
I think I will buy into that, because friendship is all about interest.
Of course.
And this will be where I will drop in my own submission. If you want to make friends as an adult, the friendship should be centered around your interest. It should be centered on common interest.
Yeah.
What am I into? So I'm getting friend with somebody that is into that same thing.
Right.
Yeah, if I love football, I should be friends with lover of football too.
Yeah.
Yes, if I'm into this particular career, I should try as much as possible to get a friend that is also into it, to aid your conversation and communication with that person, and then it will aid your availability, because even if the time that you are free, the person is also free.
Yeah.
And the communication is actually easy, because what you love and what you're passionate about, you create time for. Yeah, you are not forced to do it. This is me telling you, if you are a friend to someone back then when you are of tender age, don't try to force or don't try to blame anybody for splitting that friendship, because 80% of the times it might not work again due to a diversity in interest. Okay, so I think it's time to just turn that table around. I'm not part of the people that said, okay, if you don't make money, you just isolate your friends that are, if you make money, you isolate your friends that haven't made money yet, and then associate with people that are rich as well. I'm not trying to say that, but my bottom line here is interest. Okay, so Emeka, what is your final take on this topic?
Before you become an adult, you start from a very tender age, like as an infant.
Yeah.
As an infant, then you grow. You go. You went to your nursery school. You have your peers there. Your primary school. Those peers you have in nursery school might not be the same peers.
Yeah.
You have in primary school, and so on and so forth. You understand? During your secondary school and your tertiary. So those people you meet along the line, you share common interests with, based on you guys are focusing on a particular thing at that point. So once you graduated from the institution, the higher institution, then everybody will find their ways. Maybe some might get a job, some will start building up a family. Everybody have different interests.
Yeah.
Then probably in your working place, you meet your colleagues and all of that. You guys share the same interests. You can become friends at that point based on you guys share the same interests. They are now your business partners. In your marketplace, probably you are doing business, people around you, your neighbors, they are now your business partners. That's why they usually create groups, clubs, and all of that. When you find yourself in your village, you see your peers that you grew up with, that you knew at your tender age that you guys grew up together. You say they will come to you and say, "Oh, haven't you joined our club that bring togetherness, that bring unity?" From there, you guys, at least, despite your family commitments, your work schedule, your whatever, your priority, your self-interest, at a point, for the fact that you've joined those social clubs, those stuff like that, you definitely make out time to meet up with all those their activities.
Okay, thank you. I want to buy into that your opinion that friendship, life is actually in stages, and likewise friendship. So you don't have to keep that malice. Maybe because someone you used to talk to, your friend, is no longer talking to you, it's no longer making out time for you. Just understand that okay, a whole lot of things have happened, things have changed. So it's not that same person that you used to know before, and just accept it in good faith. Okay, and then you as well, if you feel that that friendship is not maturing, just know that as you are changing levels, you should also be changing peers. And then if you really need to maintain that old childhood friendship, you will consider the social clubs and social gathering, like he said. Okay, and I hope you don't struggle again, you don't squeeze your face when you are no longer in contact and in communication with those old time friends. This is adulthood, and we all just have to embrace it. And thank you for enjoying today's show. And Mr. Emeka, I hope you will join us later when you are invited.
Obviously I will.
So do have a nice day.
Thank you guys for having me.